Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're talking aliens and the alien universe. Been a long time since we've done any news on this. Unfortunately, for the most part, it's been, well, BS articles here and there. This one is a little bit different. The talk of an alien series has long been in the works. From rumours being pulled out of thin air, to people saying things were in, actual production, to just absolute fabrications of total nonsense, just to create clicks and views. Now, this one is interesting for a number of reasons, because it's actually kind of a combination of the two. An alien series in development at Hulu. I can confirm that that's half true, I guess. There's some evidence for this, but not as clear cut as what this article is making it out to be. And that's where the fabrications start to come in. So what we'll do is we'll run through the article. We'll kind of just talk about the article. Then I'll give you what I've been told from my source. So we'll go from there. So this is obviously over at We Got This Covered, which I've bashed numerous times and just said that they just literally pull out eventualities. Pieces of news, well, not pieces of news, things which are clearly an obvious eventuality, and then they fabricate an article around it to sound like it's news. The fact that we're going to get a TV series of Alien is kind of inevitable. Same as, Disney continuing Alien and Predator. It's inevitable. But what we don't know is the finer details of things. And like I say, this is kind of a combination of the two. So the Alien franchise is currently going through another rethink since the Disney purchase of Fox, as we've heard about several television series being developed, with Ridley Scott involved in at least one of them. Indeed, there's been talk of an Alien show on a streaming service for some time, as well as an animated version of Alien Isolation, and today we've received word from our sources, the same ones who told us that the leads of Ghostbuster 3 would be young teens, well before they were cast, that the former will be an anthology series on Hulu, with each season taking place in a different part of the Alien universe. Now, these are kind of the parts of the fabrication. So the anthology idea has been considered for a while now and bears out the information we received from earlier this year. It's unclear, stop patting yourself on the back. It's unclear if it'll play into the rebooted movies that Disney's planning. That's the thing which I've called BS on. Rebooted movies is not currently something, like, it's an idea which they've thrown around. It's inevitable that they would throw that idea around, but they're not in the works, and they're not actually planned yet. It's just ideas. But the format certainly provides freedom to explore new characters and time periods in the history of the franchise. Given that the new films will reportedly take place in the same continuity as earlier entries, and this is right. So a lot of this stuff is actually taken from previous articles and news that people have had over the last 2 years. So if anyone remembers, it was Collider that actually, and you can pull this up, it was Collider, I think it was Stephen Weintraub of Collider, who initially floated the idea that he had heard they were going to be Fox. It wasn't even Disney at that point, it was Fox. Fox were going to be coming back and rebooting the continuity of Alien, but not continuing the story as such. They were going to say, right, well, we're leading off from the previous movies, but it's going to be set in the future, and also basically an anthology. That was what they said. So all of this article is taking loads of drop pieces of information from across the last 2 years and fabricating it into one piece. Now, storylines and settings. We'd imagine there will be some crossover through prequels and sequels as well. Now, for now, though, we're just excited to see how the aesthetic of Alien translates into an R-rated show on a streaming service. If Hulu and Disney are willing to provide the budget, we could be getting something very special and true to the earlier movies in tone. What this also probably means is that the Prometheus and Alien Covenant series will be sidelined, at least for the time being. Unfortunately, the development timeline for these Alien projects is still a bit hazy, but for now, we can confirm that the Hulu show will indeed be done in an anthology format, with each season telling a new story set in the scary sci-fi universe that Ridley Scott introduced us to all those years ago. Now, I'll tell you what my source has informed me, and I'm going to read it because I don't want to get anything messed up. Now, initially, I actually asked what's going on with Disney now post-Fox acquisition. And they aired the fact that lots of people are getting fired and there's nothing great. Lots of things are on hold, which we've seen. We know that lots of things are on hold. They also went on and confirmed, said nothing new on Alien or Predator other than the games coming out this year. Everything else is temporarily on hold. So then I said, look, what about this TV series that's in the works? And this was actually back in September, just for clarification's sake. Early September. And they said, yes, there were talks, but it's all stalled until further notice. Could be something on Hulu at some point, but not anytime soon. So there was nothing. It was just discussions, just talks, which, if anyone knows anything about the industry, there are constantly talks. Literally, at a near constant rate, there are talks about everything. Literally everything. And then, because I saw this piece of news here, I was sent it over on Twitter. I initially dismissed it on Twitter. But I then obviously reached out to my source and said, look, there's an interesting piece and we've got this covered about an Alien series on Hulu. And then my source did say, they're in the works and Hulu would be the home for them. So it's not saying, again, don't take this as confirmation. Don't take this as confirmation. It's saying that they are in the works, but there's loads in the works. What stage of development is what's important. This is absolutely confirming that, yes, they're being developed, and it's almost framing it like it's production, and it's a done deal. There's nothing in actual active production at this point in time. Development just means discussions. Bit of stories, just stuff like that. Pitches, basically. A pitch is absolutely not development. It is not, well, it's development, but it's not production. It's nowhere close to production. So they also said, I don't know any details beyond the development kicking off soon. Again, so it's not even that they're properly anywhere close to production. It's that they're going to enter into full-on development soon. So i.e., like I said, writing scripts and things. Now, sadly, a lot of people are leaving Fox as a result of that. So it's a real shame. It sounds like Disney have absolutely ripped apart 20th Century Fox for the Alien and Predator side of things, the darker side of things, which is a real shame. I don't know what that means for the rest of the universe and things like that. But like I said, I just want to click through to some of this other stuff. So this one that was done earlier, the title is 2 Alien shows said to be in the works. One's produced by Ridley Scott. This was 8 months ago. Now, they have framed this as their news in the previous report. HN Entertainment said that this was the case and things like that. Again, you've got to remember that at this point in time, right, unspecified streaming service, and if a new report from HN Entertainment is anything to go by, then plans for the property just might be beyond a single show. Sources of the site have reportedly said that there isn't just one live-action Alien series in the works, but 2 of them. One of which is said to have Ridley Scott as an executive producer and is allegedly headed for Hulu. This particular platform is noteworthy, not just because it's partially owned by Fox, but also because Disney is set to have majority stake on the service once the Disney-Fox deal comes into effect. The piece goes on to suggest that Alien might have multiple seasons that cover different timepieces and places in the franchise's history in a manner that they compare to the Fargo show, so the anthology. So if we're tracing it back, they literally have only got the anthology idea is from this one piece. Now, it's super important, really, really, really important to note, okay? Super important to note that when this initial article was taking place and came out, it was framing it as it is in active development. It is going to enter production soon. That was 8 months ago. We're nowhere closer to any production at all. This is still all rumour and conjecture at this point in time. They are close to entering into development. That's not production. And if anyone knows anything about Alien, a lot of projects have stalled in development hell for many, many years. Many years, in fact. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Could this be good? Well, look, it's going on Hulu, so maybe. Is it confirmation that it's going to be happening anytime soon? No, it's not. But it sounds like it will more than likely happen at some point, but not anytime soon. So there you go. I thought I would cover this piece. It's been a long time since I've had anything Alien to talk about outside of some Alien Explained videos. What do you guys think? Love to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, make sure you do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. If you like this video, please do give it a like and a share. And if you want to support the channel just that little bit further, then check out the merch underneath every single video. Space Jeebus, this is your last week to grab that merchandise. It will be gone after this week. Okay, so as of Sunday, that's when I'll be removing it. So last week to grab that. Anyway, guys, I've also got Patreon down below in the description box. But anyway, I've been Mr. H. Take care.